Slop City Podcast!
Oh, that's beautiful.
What'd you say, bitch?
Randy does everything.
Let's clap.
One.
Let's wait. Okay.
We did it without a prompt.
That was good.
That was called Group Mind.
Group mind, everybody. I'm eating $5 sushi right now at the table.
I'm looking in the camera because Randy knew I didn't have a bra on, so he put the camera extra low today to get all my titties in. Today's show is sponsored by mental illness.
Depression. Yay.
If you or a loved one are suffering from depression, don't fucking call me.
Mm-mm.
I can't even take care of my own damn self.
You could call me. Oh! That was a lot of wasabi. You could call me. I could help right now. This is an odd time that I think I could help.
Call Tina. Don't call me.
Mm-mm.
I am
But don't.
not available. Holy shit. Do you have something to drink?
I just realized I don't.
You need some Electrolyte?
No. Oh, God. If I ate root beer right now. Drink root beer. I feel like most of the times we go opposites on each other's depression.
That sucks. Or is that good?
Oh, no, man. Maybe we just want to be low together one day. I can tell you one thing.
I am low.
I am not coming and laying in your bed if I'm feeling low.
It's pretty stinky.
Libbie said her bed stinks because she had a UTI.
I had a UTI because me and Harry had a weekend and I got in a jacuzzi tub, which is probably filled, even though I cleaned it out with bleach, ran it through a couple trials.
You cleaned it out with bleach?
I put bleach in the water, did the jets, emptied it, and did another one.
Now, did you bring your own bleach?
I went to the store and bought it. But Harry also ate ice cream out of my butthole. So there was just a lot of stuff going on.
What flavor?
It was like an ice cream sandwich.
Wait, so he put an ice... What did he do? Because an ice cream sandwich doesn't just stand up on its own. Like, if he's eating something out of your butt, I would love to hear a scoop, you know? And that is a time where I say you need a real scoop to get that ice cream out. So use the real scoop, dip it in hot water like a real professional would. Put that right in your butt cheek. Now, if you're putting an ice cream sandwich in there, you're going to try to stand it up. Oh, just a piece?
Just a piece of it.
I didn't know if he took it and was like, and
just
pushed it down.
You know, a lot was going on in my vaginal area. So, had a UTI.
Okay. Do you think it was because he ate ice cream out of your asshole?
I think it's a combination of jacuzzi, not peeing after intercourse.
I don't think that's true. Is that really true?
It just takes one little particle.
A particle of what?
I don't know.
What kind of particle?
A bacteria particle going ass to mouth, mouth to ass, finger to butt, finger to vag.
This bacterial particle's going AWOL.
You got one poop particle and it enters that pee stream. You're done for.
You think that's it? You're done for the day?
And boy, I woke up hurting. But
you woke up hurting immediately?
I woke up hurting on Sunday. He left. I slept for about 24 hours
straight.
Yeah, because this was when he got here. I was already could feel what's happening right now coming on. I was very anxious. Extra tired. Not feeling motivated. I think it's a combination of being home and not feeling creative. The only time I feel creative is when I'm with you guys.
Yep.
When I'm at home, I don't feel creative. I don't feel like I have a purpose. I'm not doing enough. I'm unmotivated. And unchecked, that stuff can really fuck your brain up. And then all of a sudden, it's clinical depression.
Oh, it'll fuck your whole up.
And you can't talk yourself out of that.
No, to be honest, that's the most demeaning thing that somebody can say to you when you're in the middle of that. You know, it's like, well, just everything happens for a reason.
Just, try to get out of bed. Yeah, I'd love to get out of bed. I'd love to go into the shower and wash my area because it stinks. But unfortunately, every time I sit up, I feel like I'm going to collapse under the suffocation of debilitating depression and anxiety.
And you know that that's for real because, like, you've got a hospital grade bed. You know, like the striker beds that are in every hospital? It's literally spelled Stryker. Why you keep drinking that?
Because I need I need to get lit with my
She needs an
electrolyte.
electrolyte. It has 6 ions in it. Now, for those of you that don't know, ions are... Sorry, I'm coughing.
Everyone
Someone's
knows that
texting.
ions are the most important particle on the cellular level.
Is it
If you can have
positive and negative? An ion is when there's like a plus charge or a negative charge, right?
Well, they say that, but when you look under a microscope,
Yeah, bitch. I was right.
when you look under a microscope at the cellular level, you'll see a plus sign and a negative.
So if we were to really, just look, like, can I examine that bottle?
It's thick.
Oh, I'm not drinking any of that electrolyte. Okay, so it's a scientific formula, first off and foremost. So that is, it's scientific. The brand, let's just kind of go over what we got going on here. So it's called Electrolyte. Are we sponsored by them? No. Do we advise following their directions? Maybe. It's scientific formula. So
it's electrolyte.
Electrolyte. And it's got a couple colors off of it. Like, they are really going for some type of brand, So the stats we have on the side, the part that I really like is they show us some ions in a body. And again, you can't notice whether the ion has a plus or a
you
minus
don't have a cellular microscopic microphone.
Mm-hmm. And you got to have a cellular microscope in order to see this. So a couple fun things. I just would like you to take a look at that photo on the back.
Glasses.
If some of you can remember when the coronavirus first started up, Libbie and I were fascinated by that one meme that was really going around that was, and I tried Googling it 5 different ways tonight. I was like, COVID meme, blue guy, COVID meme, guy, COVID meme, particles. Nothing was coming up. So I am actually very upset. But if you guys remember, there was this really scientific formula meme that was going around. And it basically had a member of the Blue Man Group.
What did it say on there? Something wiped out.
I cannot fucking remember. But it had a really wonderful photo of the nodules, the nodules that are on the coronavirus particle of the virus. They had a really nice
particle.
So it was basically like you get yourself a little ball from Hobby Lobby, or maybe don't shop there because they don't like to provide their employees with birth control, last I heard. So maybe don't go there. Maybe go to Michael's. Michael's is a good craft shop you can go to. Go get one of those little styrofoam balls, and you take straw or some kind of pixie stick, or what's it called? Felt. You know what I'm talking about? Not a pixie stick. What's it called? Pipe cleaner. Yes.
Cleaning out my pipe.
Take a pipe cleaner. Get a little a bag of assorted poofy balls on it. Is that? How'd you find it? What'd you Google?
I typed coronavirus meme particle.
Are you fucking kidding me? Maybe it's because I typed COVID meme.
Because that was early on when we were still calling it Corona.
Yeah. So this is, if any of you guys remember this meme, we'll send it to Randy so that he can post it in the video. And we'll be sure
all
to.
the particles.
Yeah. So there's, and these are some really spiky particles. And this man looks very similar to Kevin Bacon in the movie Hollow Man, where it is a scientific formula that allows him to be invisible. And guess what this man does? He gets too powerful. So this guy, I mean, he looks like he's about to. This looks like what you think a human would look like on acid, you know?
Or getting a blowjob.
So this is the best. And let's just refresh our memory of what this meme says.
I think it was Corona meme particle.
Maybe Miracle Cure. Miracle Cure coronavirus meme. There's a Facebook page called OMG Lifestyle, and it says, share this to everyone. God, people are fucking dumb. But it says, coronavirus before it reaches the lungs, it remains in the throat for 4 days. And at this time, the person begins to cough and have throat pains. If he drinks a water a lot and gargling with warm water and salt or vinegar eliminates the spread of the virus. Spread this information because you can save someone with this information. One sentence says the word information more than once, I'm out. Not trusting it.
I'm not trusting anything that says salt water will kill a virus.
Randy, I'm going to go ahead and send that to you on, what should I send it to you on, Facebook? Okay, that'd be fine. So, going to just go ahead and send that.
I'd like to thank Tina for these little care packages she gave me. A foot mask. Never had one of those before.
Libby goes, I can't touch my feet.
I can't touch my feet. And I'm like, yeah, I can.
Coronavirus.
Vitamin C and collagen, because she's saying, I'm looking old as fuck, bitch. I need to get this mask on.
Yep.
The righteous butter, because she knows my shit is dry.
Oh, yeah. After bathing or showering, apply to rough areas, paying special attention to
elbows, heels, knees.
Do not put it near your area.
Unless you want to get another UTI.
Yeah, because you will get a UTI. Because as the topic of today is going to be particles. You know, if you get a particle that isn't supposed to be in that stream, you know, you're out. Let me see that electrolyte bottle again. Like to go over the stats again. So there's the nice man drinking, and it shows the inside of him just really gaining electrolytes. Positive, negative ions, you know. That guy can do a lot of simple math.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, there he is. Look at him.
Look at him.
So many particles.
That guy is good.
He looks like he's enjoying them, though, in his throat, to be honest. He's like...
It looks like the first 3D thing a science museum or like whatever ever did. And they were like, whoa, this is going to blow people's minds.
I'd tell you, if I had something that big in my throat like that, I would be able to feel it.
If I had those
itchy.
If I had those particles in my throat, I'd know immediately. So 6 ions, everybody. All it takes, see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All it takes is 8 positive ions to cancel out the coronavirus. So if you drink, I'd say probably a bottle and a fourth of Electrolyte. Each bottle has 6 ions. Then I think you're up to 8. So that way you can defeat the coronavirus.
So I probably only had actually 1 ion because I'm drinking about 1/6.
Yeah, you've had a minimum of 1 ion. I don't even know if you've had the full ion.
How will I know? What if all the ions were at the bottom? Is that why they say shake well? So you can mix the ions up?
You actually might have not drank 1 ion at all.
Because one iota of an ion.
I did not see you give it a shake.
I gave it a good shake because I knew that it was thick.
Okay.
I better take another drink of it.
Yeah, sure.
We're trying to keep me alive here.
Yeah, we're trying. Libbie has been functioning on it. Have you masturbated at all in the last 7 days? Not once.
And don't even want to.
Don't even want to.
Don't even care. On those brochures they give you that say, have you lost interest in stuff? I'm hitting severe on every single one of them.
Yeah.
Have you lost sexual interest? Severely.
Sure. Now, so if Harry was to come back in town, you'd be like, I can't do this.
No.
I'm not going to let you eat a Klondike bar out of my anus.
I mean, it helps to have friends around, but it's not It's
not jolting your pussy hole.
It's not jolting the pussy hole. Pussy hole's still trying to recover from jacuzzi bacteria.
Trying to recover from getting that fucking big old ice cream just shoved inside of you. God, that is such a funny vision. Did he kind of smack it down?
I couldn't see how he was behind me.
Were you like, oh, it's cold?
Yes.
Were you like, ooh.
I was like, what am I doing?
And did you guys do this in the jacuzzi or was it just on the bed?
On the bed.
So they thought you shit yourself.
This was the last night because I was having a good time when we go places, seeing people look at us and thinking, is that her son? Is that her son?
Yeah, and then you guys make out passionately. Did you guys do any of those bits? Because you definitely should have. Like, I love a good bit like that where it's just like, just reach over the table and passionately make out. It's like going to make everybody uncomfortable. And people don't say anything. No one's going to walk up to you and be like, hey, you need to keep it down in this restaurant.
We got a lot of, look at me, look at him. Look at me, look at him.
And then he pulls out his dick and is like helicoptering it. He just helicopters his penis. And they're like, sir, that was not necessary to do in front of your mother.
I really impressed him, though, this weekend. I must say that.
She wowed him.
I wowed him. We wanted to go to the improv shop and see Rafe's show, right?
Right.
He doesn't have a vaccination card.
Okay.
So we didn't get to do that. I'm like, oh, let me look at Funny Bone. Let me look at Helium. I'm like, oh, Marlon Wayans is there, but it's sold out. He's like, oh, can't you just go? Or I think I said, let's just see if we can go. Show up, and Brick is like, oh my God, I missed you. Where have you been? I'm like, hey, you think you could get us in there? He got us in. Not only did he get us in, at first he sat me on these two high stools.
And you said, this isn't going to work.
I didn't say anything because I was like, I'm just grateful to be in here. This is a sold out program.
I mean, for us to just be able to walk in here and I get to scant around my notoriety and my name and just get popped right in here to one of these high tops.
Go in front of the line.
Oh,
it wasn't even a high top. It was just two chairs over by the door behind the hostess.
Excellent.
Thing. And Harry knew. He's like, because I have complained to him about chairs like that. And he's like, are you going to be okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. Then right before the show started, they escorted us right to the middle couch row, right dead center. And that was our seats.
That is fantastic. So you really wowed him.
And he goes, hey, honeys, we're here.
Hey, honeys, with the famous person here.
Hey, honeys, we're here.
Hey, honeys, sitting in a nice spot here.
Then he really was trying to push it after the show. Man, I'd really like to meet him. I'm like, I bet you would. I bet you would.
What would you even say to him, Harry? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like, what would he even say? Mr. Marlon Wayans, I really, really enjoyed your program.
You did a great program.
Oh, God, that was
like,
a wonderful program. Top to bottom. You knew every word.
He'd be like, yeah, my mom got us in here.
And then Mr. Wayans would be like, I'm sorry, did you pay to get into my fucking show? Was he funny?
Yeah, he was good.
Cool.
We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. He didn't have a feature. He had an opener who was so good and funny. I can't remember his name. Really just made me laugh.
How long did that opener do?
Like 20 minutes.
The whole time were you explaining to Harry, like, so this is the part of the comedy show where generally this person comes out. And did you
literally
name drop?
I was like, being a host is it's the hardest job, because you're coming out to a cold crowd and,
The guy walks out and you look over at Harry and you're like, okay, so we're going to give that entrance a 9 based on, it was good, but he tripped a little bit. And that can, you're critiquing everything quietly to him.
Then I was like, there's probably going to be a feature coming up because we had to go get stuff to drink because we didn't have a server because we were just placed there.
Mm.
So he goes out.
So you're telling me that they
assured him that there would be a feature. He goes out and misses Marlon coming out.
Oh, God. So, he was just upset.
He just took the table and just fucking threw it in the middle of the show.
Sure. Well, similar to what Marlon Wayans did, I believe, a long time ago at the I think there was a door kick. I can't recall.
Well.
But either way, again, just happy to be there. So you really wined and dined him.
Then we tried to go to the Arch. It's not an easy place to get to.
Mm-mm.
I can walk a lot further than I could before, but I just getting out of the parking lot, we had to like go up these ramps and stuff, and I was like, I can't do it. And then, of course, I got very upset because I had planned to get in that small pod.
You were up at the top of the hill. You're like, go on without me, honey. I'll be here waiting.
I'll pick you up when you're done.
And you fall asleep with your hat over your head.
So I think that the arch needs to be a little bit more accessible.
Sure.
To not only gorgeous women like me, but women that may have difficulty accessing the arch.
Well, sure.
It's hard to get to.
What they need to have is a nice slingshot. Just get you strapped in. Maybe you and a loved one put a life vest on. You know, if you risk getting
in the Mississippi River.
Blasted in the Mississippi River. They just need to have a nice slingshot. Maybe there's a way that you can magnetically hook on to the arch, you know?
Big magnetic hand things.
Yeah. And then they have maybe because I imagine the arch is magnetic due to my understanding of ions at a cellular
I don't know if they're positive or negative
level. You know, I'm not either, but I'm going to go with positive because they get charged by the sun every day. And the arch it gets plugged into the ground. They plug it in. They plug the arch in to the ground every day. What are you sighing for?
I was just thinking how upset I was that I couldn't go to the arch. And I was like, you know what? One day I will go again. Won't be today. I was ready because it said they don't put separate people in the little things now because of the coronavirus. So I thought that'll be good. I'll be able to fit in there just fine.
You can jack off Harry to completion all the way up to the top.
While we're going, Have you ever been up in the arch?
Oh, yeah. I went in it with Mark Norman, and that's where when the people came out, and he goes, this is where we kill you. He goes, hey, this is where we kill you.
He has such a dry sense of humor.
It was fucking funny. Yeah, everybody looked at him like, who's this little fucking cuck from New York City?
When you got to the top that he said that?
No, we were waiting to get into the little pod at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
And somebody stepped out, and he goes, hey, this is where we kill you.
And what did they say?
I mean, I think they were just like, and just walked off.
Those pods are something.
Oh, yeah. It makes you feel like it's so, like, part of me always thinks when, like, the times I've gone in them, and I've gone a few times, probably three times total in my life. And the last time I went in, when we went with Mark Norman, I was like, all right, strap in. It's like a roller coaster, you know? It's like the Superman. I'm going to get blasted to the top. But instead, it's kind of like, Jesus Christ, can I get a fucking water? Like, I'm fucking thirsty. I've been in here for a while. Hell, yeah. And I mean, the arch just, you know, it doesn't get enough charging time. So it just...
Maybe they need to run an extension cord and have two plugs.
Sure.
One on each leg of the arch.
Plug it into the Mississippi River.
The thing about the arch, though, they love to take you on field trips there when you're a kid, but never let you go up in the arch. They want you to walk around and look at fucking buffaloes.
Oh, is that what they do?
Yeah, they will not let you go up into it on a field trip.
Why? Because they don't want children making out?
I don't know.
Well, to be honest, you wouldn't be able... The only way that you would really be able to do it, it's like you would have to have what? Fucking like 20 teachers for one class? Because it's like that pod can only fit 4 people. So you're going to have a large amount of people.
Stupid. No kid wants to go look at the bullshit underneath in the museum. It's like these same statues of these Native Americans and these buffaloes have been here since prehistoric times.
Well, and let's be...
It's like, oh, you can see that one's dick under his little outfit.
What you really want to see is people pissing on the arch. That's what we're all there for.
No, we want snacks, and we want to go up in the arch.
Sex. We want drugs. No, when you're a kid, I mean, of course you want to go up in the arch. But then it's so terrible. It's like you go in those shitty little windows. And you're just looking around. You're looking at the Mississippi.
You're
You're just looking around. Looking around.
You're just looking around. When's the last time you went in the arch, Randy?
I don't really remember. It's been quite a while. Honestly, I don't fucking know. The 80s, maybe?
I thought you were going to type, when did Randy go in the arch?
Reagan might have been in office back then. I don't
Was
remember.
it even? Oh, geez, that was a long time ago. Well, I tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. They've got better. Six Flags has better rides than this thing. This thing needs to be updated.
I'm just checking out, if there's any videos. Part of me just wants to watch some roller coaster videos. Boy, I love those.
Do they have any pictures of the pods that you go up in?
Pod.
They have the test pod sitting out there so you can examine it.
Sure, and you can be like, will I fit in this? Oh, God. Is there a weight limit?
To go up in the arch.
Oh, look at that thing.
God,
I mean, that looks like the movie Space Odyssey. Like, that looks like you are in there and no one's coming to save you. You go in there thinking, wow, I mean, I can't believe this. I'm going to go to the top. And it's like, nah, motherfucker, you're getting cryogenically put to sleep.
And you're going to wake up in 2027.
You're going to wake up in a fucking film of jelly. You're going to be like, why are there raspberry preserves all over me? You're just, I mean, all you're going to have, that's the kind of place where.
Look at the test pod down there.
This is the test
yellow,
pod?
The yellow one. Then they make you go watch that stupid movie of them building the arch.
Oh, God.
That you've seen like 80 times.
Yeah, it's like, we get it. You paid them 15 cents to do it. Is it amazing one guy knew how that stuff works at a cellular level? Yes. Okay. I don't even know who made it. Oh, God. And look at this shitty fucking photo of the top. Look at that. Those are drop ceilings. You're telling me that the fucking St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the fucking West, couldn't not put fucking drop ceilings in there? Those look like piss. Those look like someone used to smoke inside of there.
I bet you they did.
That's what it fucking looks like. Oh, dude, if I went up on the arch and someone tried to light up a cigarette next to me, I'd be like, you fucking lay that cigarette down and you show
give me one.
You show some fucking respect.
This is the gateway to the goddamn West.
You know what the fucking West is? Wow, 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 chicken, wow. I'm like, Tommy Lee Jones.
And they're like,
Will Smith.
When does the next pod go down? I'd like to get away from this woman.
Oh, well, if you'd like to know, I have a wonderful podcast. And they're like, get the fuck away from me. I mean,
you want to go down the east leg or the west leg?
Oh, God. I want to go down the leg that smells least like fucking piss. That's the one I want to go down. I mean, look at that pile of shit and those tiny fucking windows. It's like, yeah, is it an architectural engineering feat? Kinda, but you know what else I did? Went to the St. Louis Art Museum, made my own. No, it wasn't the Art Museum. Science Center.
With the big foam blocks?
Make arch foam. Guess what I did, motherfuckers? God, am I fucking the biggest idiot in the world? I literally typed into Google like a caveman. Science Center, make arch foam. So it's like, yeah, I did that. I've done that before. Isn't it amazing?
That family's done it too. Look how happy they were.
I am going to be honest, though. I can't even imagine like how they made that.
The arch?
No, I can barely play Jenga.
How would they? Why would they even
Jenga
think
and
of
have
that?
a panic attack. Probably some guy was like, I would imagine it had to do with like looking at a girl's pussy and maybe he could only see the top of it or something, and he was like looking at it, just the top little orifice. Couldn't see the bottom. And he's like, man, I wonder how, we could just have this right on top. Just this part right here.
The orifice.
The orifice. I mean, how do they fucking build it? Let's be honest. What do? You start at each edge.
Mm-hmm.
and you just burn.
You should watch the movie that every kid has to watch.
I'm not watching it.
So old-timey. It's old-timey people standing on top smoking cigarettes like, yeah, we just put the arch together, see?
Yeah, and one guy's like, that's very suicidal, is like walking close to the edge. He's like, yeah, my fucking family left me. Not a big deal, though. Look at this fucking thing. Can you believe this? And he does a twirl, and you're like, Harry, you're drunk. He slips, but he catches himself at the last minute. And when he gets back up, he pulls a flask out and takes a sip. Like, Jesus, buddy.
Oh, God.
You're out of control. What are the guys?
They did it, though. I'm glad they completed it.
Who made the arch? Well, sure, it's the gateway to the West. I mean, you know that if the arch wasn't put up there, you wouldn't be able to go any further west than this.
Really?
Yeah.
So
the guy that made the arch is Eero Saarinen. With a fucking name like that, no wonder you're sitting around thinking about math problems all day. What the fuck kind of name is that?
It sounds like a Greek name.
No, don't.
Huh?
Yeah, where are you from, buddy?
He's like, listen, guys. I want to make something real big.
Okay, so what are you thinking? What's your name again?
Arrow.
I'm sorry, Euro? Euro.
No, Euro.
Like the Greek food.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. No.
Okay. Okay, so what are you thinking? You're thinking
We got all this extra plywood and stuff laying around here at the office.
Yeah.
I've been scrapping aluminum cans for the past 4 years. I got a big stack of them. I was thinking maybe we could take those cans and those spare lumber and make a huge arch.
What are you fucking talking about, Euro? What are you talking about? What? We're we're mechanics. We work on cars every day. I come to work, I get drunk, I forget your name, I call you Euro. It's a fun game we play. You know, we work on Henry Ford's cars. Things like that.
The problem is, see, the West is virtually undiscovered. I want to get more people out to the West, and the one way we can do that is make a gateway.
What do you want to know about the West? You know what I know about the West? There's cowboys out there, and they'll kick you in your dick with a cowboy boot on that has something that is known as a spur, and the spur could enter your body, and when it leaves, you'll never be the same again. You want that? You want to be ravaged? You want to be tied up to a train track?
Jesus
while
Christ,
somebody
Lawrence!
has to save you?
Calm down. Are you with me or not?
I'm scared of the West. We all know it.
Listen, I think if we can make this, it could change the world.
I don't know. Those scrappy fucking idiots from Boston.
I'm not an idiot. I'm an engineer.
Just because you fixed up a motorcycle one time doesn't make you an engineer, Euro.
Look at me. I'm wearing a suit and a tie.
I know, and everybody keeps asking, what's this fucking cuckold doing coming into the shop wearing a fucking suit?
I'm an architect, all right?
You look like a fucking idiot. And
I'm an architect.
you know who's an architect? Henry Ford. That's who's an architect. You made an okay plate of nachos last time I was at your place. That don't make you an architect, Euro. Being an architect, something, a power that only God can give you. You think?
Lawrence, are you drunk already?
You got what it
It's 9
takes
a.m.
to be a god?
I thought you waited till at least 3 to get this drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Jesus
This
Christ.
is leftover mascara from last night.
If it wasn't, wait, what?
Yeah, nothing. Keep going.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even have a job. Who else would keep somebody around that's drinking at 9 a.m? Now listen, you gotta help me build this arch or you're gonna be out of a job.
You can't bribe me. You know what happened to the last guy that bribed me?
What?
Yeah. I fucked his wife.
Okay, well, I'm not married, so that's fine.
Well, okay. This is it's taking the turn I didn't expect it to take. I thought that one would really get you. It gets a lot of men.
Pay attention, Lawrence.
Okay,
We're going
Euro.
to take this pile of scrap aluminum RC can cola cup cans, smush them down
With the smushing machine?
with the smusher machine.
You want me to go to the salvage yard unannounced, show up with a bunch of cans of RC Cola, have to take the guy that guards the salvage yard by the neck,
Yes.
make him pass out like that pass out game we used to play when we were younger, make him pass out, possibly die, and then we're going to bring all those cans into the smushing machine and
Yes.
and we're gonna do what? We're gonna make an arch. Oh, what are you even gonna do with this arch? Put it up in your yard.
No, I'm going to put it right in front of the Mississippi River.
Oh, nobody's gonna see it.
It's going to be 630 feet tall, Lawrence.
Holy fuck. 630 feet. I think that's deeper than the ocean.
See,
And deeper than the holler.
a mile is 5,321 feet. If this is 600 feet, it's not quite a mile yet.
You know I'm not able to add. So glitter la 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 la. Give me. Tell me what's our next move after we do this? You build the arch
We smash the cans. The
for
RC
how many years?
as
I
long
mean,
as it takes us.
this is gonna be.
Then we take hammers and nails and nail it onto the scrap lumber that we have out here. And then we assemble them until they reach the top of 630 feet in the air.
You know
And
what?
we'll cut some plexiglass holes in it. That way, people of the future can go on a field trip. Children, that's my wish, is that children going on field trips can go up into this tall arch.
Here's what I got to say. I love magnets. I just big magnet fan. Okay? Will this landmark, so to speak, will this landmark be worthy enough to be printed on millions of magnets all
Oh.
across the world?
You could go into any gas station from here to Boston, back to New Orleans,
Mhm.
over to undiscovered the West, and you'll see a thing that says the St. Louis Gateway Arch. And it'll have our pictures right there on the magnets.
I want my picture to be the one where I'm up on the ladder, you know, after we create it, you know. I want one of those.
We'll even make a moving picture about it and play it for the next 50 years inside the museum that I'll put underground.
So that's pretty much like playing God. 'Cause the only guy I've ever known to be underground is a mole. So, if you put a museum underground,
The thing is lots of people will come to it during the summer months. They'll walk maybe a mile in the heat, humidity of St. Louis. But once they get underground in that cool museum, it's kept at a balmy 68 degrees because of some of the buffalo statues we'll have in there.
oh my God.
They'll have the same smell always.
All right, Mr. Euro, you wrap me up in a pita bread and put some tzatziki on
That
me
is-
and add some feta cheese and let's get to moving.
Let's get to moving and making this arch.
Oh, God. What a fucking nightmare.
My dream is to have every child in America go up in the arch.
all we really want. I just don't like that it's like, it's just fucking insane. And the fact that this place was created for less than $15 million. Like, Jeff Bezos pisses that.
Jeffrey Bezos.
We did
Jeffrey
it.
Bezos. You did it.
I still haven't finished Bo Burnham's special.
Wow. How
I know.
could you have even started it and not completed it?
I think I fell asleep. I fall asleep. You know me. I can fall asleep anywhere, brother.
Whoa. I want to hear all about two things.
Mm-hmm.
You went to a Chiefs game.
Yep.
And Bobby J. Cox got the best certificate I've ever seen in my life.
Unbelievable, right?
He got a certificate that said, my first Chiefs game.
Official first game. Dude, the thing was wild. Bobby had never been to a Chiefs game in his life before. And we were smoking next to some anti-vaxxers, which was cool. You weren't supposed to smoke anywhere in the stadium at all. And Bobby's just, really having a great time. Like, what the fuck? Looking around. You know how he is. He's like a little kid, and he's looking around like, holy fucking shit, this is crazy, And he's so fucking hyped. And we get in, and we're talking to these anti-vaxxers smoking at halftime. And the lady tells us that she's like, yeah, you can go to customer relations or whatever, and they'll give you a pin for your first ever game. And we were like, oh my God, we have to get that. Because I was just so excited for Bobby to be going there. So we show up to the customer relations, and it's like this lady who looks like her name's Brenda. She's sitting there with her blonde hair, glasses. She's like, what can I do you for? I was like, hey, hey. So we heard a rumor that we can get a pin that says, this is my official first Chiefs game or whatever. And I was like, so we have to have one of these. And she's like, we can't do the pins because of COVID. And I was just like,
What?
I'm not really sure that works. And I go, oh man, well that sucks. That's a bummer. We were really excited. But then she pulls out this piece of paper. She goes, but I can do this, and pulls out this fucking thing. It's like, official certificate, first game. And it has the date on it. It says September 12th, 2021, Chiefs versus Brown. And it says Director of Shenanigans, KC Wolf, which those of you that don't know, that's like the mascot for, don't worry, I'll show you some pictures of him. But this is a photo of Bobby after he received his.
My favorite face that he makes.
I know. I'll have to send this to you, Randy, so you can put this in. But Bobby is like half cross-eyed and holding his little sheet. And the lady is like, okay, what's his name? And just starts spelling it. And part of me was like, just give me the fucking marker. I'll do it myself. But I was like spelling it. I'm like, his name is Bobby, Bobby, and then JAYCOX. And for some reason, she split up J and Cox. So
Which
both
is
of
even
those
funnier.
are capital. Well, I mean, I guess maybe she thinks his middle name's J.
Bobby J. Cox.
Bobby J, you better get over here right now.
Bobby the Bone Man J.
The best part, too, is that it says, like, Kingdom Kids. And, like, it's all about being a child.
That's so funny.
We saw another person carrying that around, and do you know how old they were? 5 years old.
And Bobby's going.
Bobby's like, oh,
how are the
dude.
seats there at the stadium?
They were good. So they actually got new seats.
They bigger?
No, they're shittier, and they're like less sturdy.
Would I be able to sit in it?
No. We would have to be in the box, but hopefully, like, one day we'll be wealthy enough to be in the box. So
Yeah.
we'll be able to come in there and have a smorgasbord, have as many treats as we want.
Do you guys like cheer and stuff when they make a goal?
Oh, yeah.
Score.
We are screaming. Rafe and I are screaming. So the unfortunate thing that the Chiefs do, and I think we've talked about this before, is they do a tomahawk chop.
Oh.
So we don't
You don't
obviously
participate in it.
No,
I
of
can't
course
believe they
not.
still do that. And
I know. It's not good. So it's like after, it's like this weird, there's a few teams that do this, but it's like they'll just be like, whoa!
Canceled.
Whoa!
how are they getting away with this?
Whoa! And they do the actual chop like this the whole time. Okay.
How are they not canceled?
Because I don't know. Like, here's a couple of things that they've done. So I was reading about it because I was like, yo, this is not cool. Because the way that it used to be at Chiefs games was you would see white people dressed in full Native American headdresses. And like, I'm going to be honest, they were cool. Like, not the people, the headdress. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
they were fucking cool. They were intricate. It was like, damn, dude, that guy's got team spirit. But it's like, then Native American people have repeatedly asked over and over and over again,
Christ.
hey, could you guys stop doing that? So some of their agreements that they've made, I guess, are that they've asked the team to stop panning to people wearing any like native gear if they're not a native person. And also, like, I mean,
How
it's
would
like,
they even know?
how would what even
How
know?
would they know if it's a native person? Or not?
Exactly. But it's also like, it's clear. It was all white people. It's like guys named Chad that are like, oh, I have a chode. You know, like it's a guy that's drank like 6 Busch Lights and he's like, I love Totino's party scoops. You know, driving a truck.
Those are all the guys that were out tailgating while you guys were there.
Yeah. So there's that. So that's problematic. I was doing some reading about it or whatever. And then it was like this Native American Association or whatever in Kansas. I think it was with the Cherokee, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But they've like pulled people, and some people don't give a fuck about the song. You know, like they're like cheering the chant or whatever that they do. Because it's like made up. But it's like the tomahawk chop is one thing. And like now they have it where people play drums to do it or whatever. So it's like, that's fine, whatever. But they pulled people and I believe it was all native people that they pulled. Some of them could give a fuck less about any of it. They're just like, just stop fucking wearing, like appropriating our culture by wearing the clothing and all that, you know? So, and then some people do really care about it. Some people are like, don't like the song, don't like the chant, blah, blah, blah. But because we were talking about this and it's like, how have the Chiefs not had to change their fucking name, you know? But it's like, that's not a slur. Like the Chiefs isn't a slur. Washington Redskins,
Yeah,
that was a fucking slur. And it was also like, they had like a very like dramatic logo and stuff. So now they're just the Washington football team.
good.
Yeah. But Rafe and I think that the Chiefs should go ahead, get ahead of this. Okay? Not even get ahead of this, but it's like, I don't think the Chiefs is a bad name. And I don't think many people have problems with the name because it's not a slur and it's more whatever. But KC Wolf is he's like the team mascot. They need to change the team name to the Kansas City Wolves, and it would be sick as fuck, dude.
Hell yeah.
And it's still kind of honoring the Native American culture that has happened in Kansas and Missouri, you know, because I think that was kind of a way, like, I don't know what it was. Maybe they just thought it was cool, but it's like a lot of like growing up in Kansas was learning about native life or whatever there. Obviously, it was all through a very shitty lens, but like, look at this guy. Look at him.
His eyebrows are the best part.
I mean, he is precious. Change the team name to the Kansas City Wolves. Fucking get all new merch. Can you imagine how sick it would be to have a whole stadium of like 50,000 people going, "Ow!" That would be so intimidating.
And men wearing wolf headdresses. They just slaughtered a wolf in the wild.
Yeah,
and
that would be happening. But I mean, that I think
Did he
that's
come
personally.
to your school?
He maybe when I was younger, I don't remember it, but so I think I told you about this pink bottle. So there's this girl a while back. I don't even remember her name or who she was, but she carried this around all the time in her purse. This bedhead thing. You see this like pink thing right here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize it? It was like really big in the early 2000s or whatever.
Looks like a dilder.
Uh-huh. So my buddy and I, way back when, called it the KC Wolf. We're like, she's got her fucking KC Wolf in her purse again, like her dildo. That was just the nickname we gave her hair product. And we were like, yeah, get that fucking KC Wolf out of here. Stupidest bit ever. But that's what I think. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs should change their name to the Kansas City Wolves. I really do.
Well, we've put lots of things in motion here on the Slop City podcast.
We have done that. Yeah, like there's actually a ton of articles about the tomahawk chop and stuff. Because it's like, it's, yeah. When it goes on, I am just kind of sitting there.
Just looking around.
Just kind of, wow. And there was a woman who actually like responded in the New York Times article about it. And she was like, yeah, I do it because it's just like you're there and you're having fun and like you love this team. And it's like such a big part of Kansas City culture. But like you also feel like it's like, oh my God, why am I doing this? This was a woman that was like 65 years old. I'm like, listen, if Cheryl can change.
If Cheryl can change, then you can too.
Yeah, you know. But I will say, I did not see one white person wearing, native clothing. So, not one this game. I didn't see
they
one.
Were too
I
busy
honestly,
wrestling in the parking
you know
lot.
what happened though? We did walk by a guy that had a Kansas City Chiefs shirt on. I just remember this. It was Bobby and I. We did walk by a guy wearing a Kansas City Chiefs shirt that had like a Native American on it. And I think I looked at him and I go, oh boy. And he goes, what? You called me racist? I can't remember what he said. Because it was like very quick and in passing, and we'd all had a few drinks, and I was like, oh boy. And we were just laughing. I think I was like, He was like a very Chad guy.
What? You think I'm racist?
Yeah, he said, what? You called me racist? I'll have to ask Bobby what he said.
How come Danielle didn't get to go?
I don't know.
She is a skater girl.
I'm texting Bobby right now. I want to know what that guy said.
You know who didn't ever contact me? Sean.
Are you serious?
Never. Maybe I contacted the wrong number.
I don't. Yeah, maybe. That's pretty fucking embarrassing. Dogs only.
How was the open mic tonight, Randy?
I did not go.
What?
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was tired. I had stuff to do.
Were you on the list?
I was not. If I were, I would have gone.
Well, yeah, that's how the rules go. You can't be on the list somewhere and just not show up.
I like that Megan.
If I got invited to the Met Gala,
I wouldn't show up because I wouldn't have an outfit.
Me neither.
I'd show up in some jeans and tennis shoes. And they'd be like, wow, stunning. Brave.
Wow, this is so brave. She has put comfort over pure agony and being so uncomfortable you could fucking end your life. I mean, just amazing. Oh, and she took off her shoe and is showing the inside, and she is wearing super feet insoles. A step above Dr. Scholl's from Walmart. This is really something. And if you look closely, she has barely any makeup on. So,
but she is absolutely brave and stunning and
I
heroic.
mean, so brave.
To walk out here looking, first of all, so large, and secondly, so unattractive is a brave thing.
I mean, her tits just are so
saggy.
Low. They're just almost.
And did she have
to the ground? I'm falling asleep even thinking about it because I am just so comfortable thinking about what she's wearing right now. I can barely breathe. That's why
here comes Dan Levy.
Oh God! And Eugene Levy is coming up right behind him. And if both of you are thinking they're a couple and they're married, you're incorrect. But one of them is gay. He's a gay man, and he's brave.
He's
for
brave.
that. He is just so brave.
He is so brave.
And fortunately, he didn't get all of his father's eyebrows.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Did you have corona particles in there that you spread?
No, I just coughed out a piece of my spleen because this corset is just so tight. But God, I love working.
A corset.
I love working for TMZ and just judging all of these people on their Met Gala outfits. Can somebody remind me, what the fuck is the Met Gala? Does anybody here actually know?
I don't know. Do you know?
No, I literally have no idea. I just keep seeing people post about how they're not invited to it, and then I got invited to it, but not really invited to it because it's like, if I actually step foot on the red carpet, I'm going to be really embarrassed. I don't know. I really don't know. That's why I said that in character. Best and worst red carpet looks during fashion's biggest night. Well, I'll be the fucking judge of that. Can I get in there, Randy?
Yep.
The Costume Institute Gala.
Costume Institute.
It's fundraising gala for the benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's costume industry. Okay.
Oh, now I understand where all of those memes were coming from about the men in black. And it was actually Kim Kardashian. So here are a few of the looks. If you look here, oh, we could rewatch it if we wanted to. Isn't that wonderful? So we've got Rihanna in Balenciaga.
We
New
they
Balenciaga.
They should have us talking about the outfits because we wouldn't know what the fuck was going on.
So, and I think that's what would make it so much more honest. We've got Rihanna here in Balenciaga Couture. Please don't stop the music. That's one of her songs, if you're wondering. Listen to it crying one time. Maria Tash, Thelma West, and Bulgaria jewelry. So that right there.
As soon as possible, Rocky. She's with her date as soon as possible, Rocky.
So Rihanna and her date as soon as possible, Rocky, is Rihanna and as soon as possible, Rocky are wearing ESL, which is English as a second language.
As soon as possible, Rocky.
So that was just a really fun look from them. And to be honest, the outfits,
Really? Is he wearing a blanket?
to me, it looks like it's a conglomeration of every member of Sesame Street, but they're stripped of their eyeballs and everything near and dear to them. If you look closely, you've got
Elmo.
Elmo's just there. He's just a red guy. And then we've got Cookie Monster. And of course,
Oscar the Grouch.
everybody's favorite, Big Bird. And then the brown guy is Bert and Ernie combined because we all know they're in love.
I don't see Snuffleupagus.
Well, Snuffleupagus is under as soon as possible Rocky's outfit. And then if you look closely at Rihanna's outfit, boy, it is really something.
She can wear whatever the hell she wants.
Now, that's
She's
what I say.
a goddamn queen.
I mean, look at her. Just look at that lip color. That is wonderful. It looks like my period blood if it gets on the toilet and kind of stays there for a bit and darkens up once the oxygen touches it. And that is not in any way an insult.
Randy goes,
It's not an insult at all. That is a big compliment because I've always looked at that blood at the edge of my toilet and thought, boy, if they could make that a lip color, I'd wear it. So let's move on from Rihanna and as soon as possible, Rocky. And then we're going to head over to, okay, I don't know who those people are, and I'm just, okay, so we've got somebody in their child, somebody in their 7th grade date is what we've got
me
here.
And Harry.
That is Natalia Bryant and Connor Ives in Connor Ives.
Oh,
Isn't
so
it?
He designed that.
It is really, really wonderful to me that they are letting 8th graders who've barely even danced at a mixer be designers.
Has he spent his time ever dry humping someone on a mixer's dance floor?
Because if you haven't lived.
You're not welcome at the Met yet.
That's what I'll say. I mean, you show up to the Met Gala and you've never dry humped somebody and gotten so horny and wet you don't even know where you're at, and all you're thinking about is
How do I plow?
When am I going to get a fruit gusher into this mouth? Oh boy. The dress is pretty interesting. Looks as though there is a constant flow of air going on inside of there, and making her look as though she is the round person in Willy Wonka.
She looks like a little egg.
She looks like an Easter egg, except not as nice as a Fabergé egg. So a bit upsetting, but not a big deal. Again, her date, the 7th grader, 8th grader, is just wonderful.
Got some Tom Ford ads because I was talking about Tom Ford earlier.
Mm-hmm.
How did it know on his phone, though? On his computer?
Unreal.
Sounded like Paige. Unreal.
Unreal. We have got Laquan Smith wearing Tom Ford.
Damn.
I have nothing negative to say about this photo at all because I am moving and grooving downstairs.
I like that jacket.
This is crispy. This is nice. And I think if you really wanted to, if you really believed in yourself, you could find a really wonderful knockoff outfits just like this for probably about $78.
At Marshall's.
So you could find something. Love the velvet.
Ross.
Love it all. Love the bolo tie without the actual bolo tie. It's a very nice stone. So I'm just really pleased with that. And then Emily Ratajkowski in Vera Wang. Wow. Just stunning.
Did you find something, Randy?
Yeah, it was a pretty badass jacket. I Googled Tom Ford jackets about $4,000.
That's so stupid.
Yeah,
$4
fuck that.
grand. I could buy a used Toyota Camry for the price of that jacket.
So stupid.
That is insane.
It's just so dumb.
That somebody would spend that much money on clothing.
Or even bags. We were talking earlier about expensive bags. Like, I'd rather spend my money on something else.
I
guess it's a personal choice. I'm sorry, Randy.
heard these cats the other day at my job talking. I'm not fucking kidding you. As chill as all hell. And they're like, the bag's only $3,500. I mean, look at how cute it is. And I literally was like, "Bleh. Bleh."
What kind of bag was it?
I don't know, Fendi or something stupid. Here's what I got to say. Fendi.
Bend this.
Yeah. More like not trendy.
More like can't
Fendi.
offend any, can't afford any more stuff if you buy a Fendi.
Fendi, more like bendy me over and fuck me in my asshole because I can't pay for anything else.
Fendi,
Oh,
more
God.
like a girl named Wendy's going to have to buy it because I don't have any money.
Fendi, more like, if you don't fucking let me in this store, I'm gonna flip out.
The tongue.
I couldn't do it, man. Couldn't spend that much. But, you know, everybody's got their personal preferences.
I'm growing fatigued.
All right, honeys, we've got to
I've hit
end
a wall.
we've got to end the podcast as soon as possible. Rocky. It's the funniest fucking thing in the entire world. I've always thought it when I've read it. I've always literally read it and been like, oh, that's as soon as possible. Like, oh, you need to be here ASAP. I've always said it and I've never said it out loud. And once you do, it feels fucking good.
He
So,
likes bad
guys,
bitches. That's the problem.
we will see you. Oh, is that him? That's a good fucking
He's
song.
one of the people in that.
Guys, we will see you as soon as possible. Thanks for being here with us, and please pray for us.
Yeah.
We love you.
And